Chapter 320. Li Fuchen, congratulations. Su Muyu transmitted a message to Li Fuchen. Among the crowd, she was the least surprised. In the land of fog, she obtained the 6-star secret technique, Qi Formation Dipper, and cultivated it to the 2nd rank, Scarlet Dipper realm. Although she didn't make it into the top 10, she was satisfied with the 15th rank. But it was obvious that Li Fuchen had obtained at least a 6-star secret technique in the tomb and had cultivated the 6-star secret technique to a very high rank. Otherwise, it was impossible for him to be ranked number 1 on the stars ranking. But she wouldn't expose Li Fuchen's secret, because she had her own secrets too. Once a 6-star secret technique was exposed, it was enough to make a reincarnation realm martial artist go crazy. Even if she was an Eternal Spring Valley disciple, it wasn't enough for her to keep her 6-star secret technique. The Eternal Spring Valley wasn't the only elite force in the East Unicorn continent. The rest of the elite forces would definitely covet her 6-star secret technique. So she decided that before reaching the reincarnation realm, she would never expose her 6-star secret technique. Even if her secret technique rank was higher, she would only expose the Scarlet Dipper realm Qi Formation Dipper realm. Once she reached the Heaven realm, she believed that she would be able to learn the Eternal Spring Valley's 5-star secret technique. By then, the 5-star secret technique would be enough. Li Fuchen took a look at Su Muyu, and when he saw the deep meaning in her eyes, he gave a deep smile. Same to you. In his opinion, Su Muyu probably obtained a 6-star secret technique too. After all, she was a 6-star bone frame. The Heaven Dipper Great Array was lifted and the spectators flew in. Fuchen, well done. Zhao Wujin laughed heartily. Li Fuchen cupped his fist. Sect Patriarch, Supreme Elder, Grand Elder, I didn't disgrace the Azure Water Sect. One of the Azure Water Sect's Supreme Elder laughed. It's not good to be too humble. Our Azure Water Sect has never obtained the 1st rank of the stars ranking. Sect Patriarch, in my opinion, the sect should give out some rewards. Ouyang Wentian nodded. Yes, there must be a reward. Let's talk about it when we get back. Even though he didn't know if the legendary Star Fate existed, but there were some things that he would rather believe than not. If Star Fate really existed, Li Fuchen's Star Fate would definitely be given to the Azure Water Sect. Ouyang Wentian didn't expect the Azure Water Sect to become an elite force, but at least to surpass the Heaven-Fiend Sect. Sect Patriarch Ouyang, your Azure Water Sect has produced a good seedling this time. The Sect Master of the Wind Snow Sect was a beautiful middle-aged woman. Her lips moved slightly and her voice was transmitted over. Sect Master Duan is overpraising us. The Azure Water Sect is indeed lucky this time. Ouyang Wentian laughed. The Wind Snow Sect was one of the elite factions and there were plenty of sects that were on good terms with them. The Azure Water Sect was one of them. During the past calamities, the Wind Snow Sect had also helped the Azure Water Sect. This child is shockingly talented and needs to be nurtured properly. He might be of great help in the future, the middle-aged beauty said. Ouyang Wentian said, Sect Master Duan is right, this kid should be nurtured well. Eastern Lin continent is not peaceful, Demon Dao is reviving, there is a powerful force brewing, and between the sect, there are many conflicts, fire and water. Ouyang Wentian has a feeling that one day in the future, there may be another war. Before the war, it is naturally a good thing to have more help. It is a pity that he does not know how much time is left for Li Fuchen to grow. Most importantly, Ouyang Wentian does not know, as a 1-star root bone Li Fuchen, to what extent can he ultimately grow. If it is just a Heavenly Dipper realm martial artist, it will not help Azure Water Sect much. It must be a Shedding Body realm martial artist to be of help. Of course, Ouyang Wentian is still very confident in Li Fuchen. Since ancient times, there has been number 1-star root bone that can win the star list 1st honor, and Li Fuchen. Damn kid. Heavenly Fiend Sect Master Li Xietian's face is not very good. Li Fuchen, who got True Dragon imprint, became a Heavenly Dipper realm martial artist, and once promoted to Heavenly Dipper realm, with his star list 1st battle record, can be promoted to Heavenly Dipper realm 3rd layer at one time. Even if the odd martial secret realm disappears, it is not so easy to kill him. If you give him a period of time to grow, I am afraid that Shedding Body realm martial artist is 9 out of 10. Hong! Just as everyone was chatting, a powerful origin spirit wave suddenly spread out, accompanied by the sound of thunder roaring. Everyone followed the movement and looked at it. Is Situ Lei? He is going to promote. Also, he has suppressed his realm for a long time, and the promotion is just a matter of a moment. In the eyes of everyone, the breath of Situ Lei is rising instantly from the half-step Heavenly Dipper realm to the Heavenly Dipper realm first layer. Because he cultivated the Thunder Divine technique and had the Thunder Bone frame, during the advancement process, there was a giant dark cloud that appeared at the peak of MT Star Fate. The dark cloud was swirling like a funnel, and inside the black funnel, there were thunderbolts that were like dragons and flood dragons bursting out violently. It was as though they were going to split the heaven and earth, and it was abnormally horrific. What a terrifying promotion of celestial phenomenon, this aura, more pure and overbearing than many Heavenly Dipper realm third layer martial artists. Situ Lei has already cultivated the Thunder Divine technique to the 17th rank. In addition to his 6-star Thunder Bone frame, he is naturally extraordinary. How can we treat him as a regular Heaven Dipper realm martial artist? In the midst of everyone's discussion, Situ Lei's aura became stronger and stronger, and the Heavenly Dipper battle seal between his eyebrows also appeared. The Heavenly Dipper battle seal with the horns of the true dragon flickered and exuded a mysterious aura. Heaven Star Border Realm First Layer Peak. Heaven Dipper Realm Second Stage. Heavenly Dipper Realm Second Layer Peak. Heaven Dipper Realm Third Layer. Heavenly Dipper Realm Third Layer Peak. In a short period of time, Situ Lei's aura climbed all the way to the Heavenly Dipper Realm Third Layer Peak before stopping. At this time, the black funnel dark clouds above the sky have almost reached the top of the mountain. The terrifying thunder, each one is thousands of feet long, crashing down, giving a feeling of destruction of the world. Many Heavenly Dipper realm high-rank martial artists, facing this terrifying thunder, there is a feeling of numbness. This child's promotion momentum is too terrifying. As a Heavenly Dipper realm peak martial artist, Zhao couldn't help but frown at the moment. Ouyang Wenyan said, Heavenly Dipper realm third layer peak realm, with his current strength, I am afraid that he can compete with Heavenly Dipper realm 6th and 7th layer martial artists, and this is still the reason why he has no accumulation, cultivation to Heavenly Dipper realm. The speed of cultivation technique martial art will greatly increase. Just when everyone was shocked by Situ Lei's promotion to celestial phenomenon, Qi Hang and Jin Sudong also promoted. Qi Hang and Jin Sudong's promotion to celestial phenomenon is not as terrifying as Situ Lei, but it is not trivial. In the end, Qi Hang and Jin Sudong are promoted to the Heavenly Dipper realm third layer. Immediately, everyone looked at Jiang Ruoliu and Su Lin and wanted to see if they chose to promote at this time. But everyone was disappointed, and the two did not intend to promote immediately. Suddenly promoted to the Heavenly Dipper realm third layer realm, it seems that Heavenly Dipper battle imprint is really a good thing. Li Fuchen blinked. This is the so-called seeing is believing, although he already knows the role of Heavenly Dipper battle imprint, but after all he has not seen it with his own eyes. At this moment, seeing Situ Lei promoted to the Heavenly Dipper realm third layer peak, Qi Hang and Jin Sudong promoted to the Heavenly Dipper realm third layer realm, the bottom of the heart is moved. From the Heavenly Dipper realm first layer breakthrough to the Heavenly Dipper realm third layer, normally speaking, it is possible for a few years, more than a decade or decades. Generally speaking, only 4-star root bone has a greater chance of being promoted to the Heavenly Dipper realm, and 4-star root bone is promoted to the Heavenly Dipper realm. There is not much chance, and it will be stuck for a long time in a layer realm. Although Zhao is also a 4-star root bone, Zhao is a top 4-star root bone, and the chance is enough, so he can break through to the Heavenly Dipper realm peak realm in his lifetime and become Azure Billow Sect Great Elder. For other 4-star root bone, it is basically difficult to reach the Heavenly Dipper realm peak realm. Therefore, only 5-star root bone can be promoted quickly in the Heavenly Dipper realm, and there is a greater chance to break through to the Shedding Body realm, such as Ouyang Wenyan, such as Azure Billow Sect Supreme Elder. But Ouyang Wenyan and others, this life is estimated to stop at the Shedding Body realm middle rank or even the Shedding Body realm low rank, and it is difficult to promote a layer realm. In the East Unicorn continent, Only 6-star root bone can aspire to the shedding body realm high rank, and there is even hope to break through the shedding body realm and reach the legendary battle spirit realm. It is said that the East Unicorn continent is poor in resources, heaven and earth essence chi is thin, and it is very difficult to promote to the battle spirit realm. Otherwise, the East Unicorn continent will not have a battle spirit realm martial artist. Li Fuchen has his own ambition. With the golden amulet, he is not willing to stop at the shedding body realm. Of course, it is still too early to say these. He has not even reached the heavenly dipper realm, the shedding body realm, or even the legendary battle spirit realm. He is too far away. Let's go back. The Stars List tournament is over. There is no need to stay. Ouyang went in, called the spirit beast, and said to everyone. On the spirit beast, the group quickly left. At the same time, the other sects have also left. In a short moment, the originally bustling empty star Fate Peak became empty and lonely, revealing the eternal vicissitudes of life. The flying spirit beast is very fast, and in a few days the group returned to the Azure Billow sect. Suddenly, the Azure Billow sect is lively. When the Azure Billow sect's upper echelon and disciples found out that Li Fuchen obtained the number 1 rank on the stars ranking, they were all shocked and proud. For the number 1 rank of the stars ranking to appear in the Azure Billow sect, it meant that the Azure Billow sect's luck was like a rainbow, and they will definitely benefit from it. In the Azure Billow Grand Hall, Ouyang Wenyin was seated at the host seat. Below him were Li Fuchen, Li Xiangru, Qin Yuanhu, and Xuefeng. After rewarding Li Xiangru, Qin Yuanhu, and Xuefeng respectively, Ouyang Wenyin looked at Li Fuchen and said, Li Fuchen, your contribution this time is the greatest. I will allow you to enter the Sword Monument Valley an unlimited number of times in the future, and also bestow you a Class 5 Demonic Beast Pelt Armor. Class 5 Demonic Beast Pelt Armor? Li Xiangru, Qin Yuanhu, and Xuefeng were all moved. Class 5 Demonic Beasts are equivalent to Reincarnation Realm martial artists. The Demonic Beast Pelt Armor is very precious. It might not be able to block an all-out attack from a Reincarnation Realm martial artist, but as long as one's cultivation is sufficient, it is still possible to block an all-out attack from a Heaven Realm martial artist. It isn't exaggerating to say that a Class 5 Demonic Beast Pelt Armor is enough to make any Heaven Realm martial artist go crazy. Because Heaven Realm martial artists are unable to kill Class 5 Demonic Beasts, it is impossible to obtain Class 5 Demonic Beast Pelt Armor. And in the outside market, there are no traces of Class 5 Demonic Beast Pelt Armor. Thank you, Sect Patriarch. Li Fuchen is also a little moved. The Azure Billow sect's highest cultivation is only at the 3rd level of Reincarnation Realm. To kill a Class 5 low-tier demonic beast, it is difficult for a single person. It would probably require a few people to work together. A Class 5 Demonic Beast Pelt Armor is definitely the most valuable reward. Your cultivation is still too low now. Once you progress to the Heaven Realm, there will be more rewards. Ouyang Wendian laughed. Since Li Fuchen's innate potential is sufficient, he doesn't mind nurturing him. Chapter 321. Since it is possible to enter Sword Monument Canyon indefinitely, Li Fuchen naturally does not want to waste this opportunity. He intends to redeem a profound level top-rank sword technique to increase his strength. Due to the cultivation of Burning Heaven True Merit, Li Fuchen's first choice is profound level top-rank sword technique Burning Heaven Sword Technique. As the top 50 martial art in Eastern Lin Continent, Burning Heaven Sword Technique is naturally powerful and complemented with Burning Heaven True Merit. Originally, Li Fuchen's remaining contribution point was not enough to redeem Burning Heaven Sword Technique, but Sect Master also gave him a privilege to redeem anything at a discount price, so that the exchange of Burning Heaven Sword Technique is more than enough. Good powerful sword technique. The Burning Heaven Sword Technique has a total of 4 styles, each of which is incomparably overbearing. The first style is called Extreme Scorching Flame, which can force out a group of strong and hot sword chi, enough to burn gold and iron, and easily break the defense of the same realm martial artist. On lethality, it is not known how much better than the Flame Demon Sword Art's Flame Demon Sword Aura. Of course, the current Burning Heaven Sword Technique realm is still low, even if Li Fuchen has light blue soul, half a month, it can only be cultivated to small accomplishment realm of Burning Heaven Sword technique. If you want to cultivate to great accomplishment realm, I am afraid it will take at least a few months. And the small accomplishment realm of Burning Heaven Sword technique, for the time being, is not as good as Flame Demon Sword art. Worthy is profound level top rank sword technique. The difficulty of cultivation has increased several times. Li Fuchen sighed in his heart. However, if someone knows Li Fuchen's cultivation progress, they must be shocked and dumbfounded. For a mystic class peak tier sword art, it was already a godly progress to the subcompletion stage in a few months. Only elite 5-star bone frames and 6-star bone frames were able to achieve the subcompletion stage in half a month. Not even 6-star bone frames could achieve it. To know Teng Qingyun, Xianxia and Wuxia, it took 1 or 2 years or even more than 1 or 2 years to cultivate profound level top-rank martial art to great accomplishment, and I don't know how much energy it took in the middle. On this day, Li Fuchen continued to cultivate Burning Heaven Sword technique. He intends to cultivate Burning Heaven Sword technique to the great accomplishment realm, and then go to Sword Monument Canyon to comprehend Burning Heaven Sword intent. If you go early, you will miss a lot of self-understanding of Burning Heaven Sword technique. Unlike in the past, today Li Fuchen found that the process of practicing the sword was unusually smooth, as if there was something to push it. Is it? Li Fuchen had a thought in his mind. In the next moment, Li Fuchen suddenly froze in place. His lifeless eyes emitted a pure blue brilliance. In his mind, the pale blue soul spun crazily and quickly turned blue. With the formation of the blue soul, Li Fuchen's mind was instantly absorbed into the mind. The blue soul was like an extremely perfect blue crystal ball. Not only was there not a trace of impurities or flaws, but it also contained many mysteries. It was like the stars in the sky, emitting the invisible power of rules. His mind, which was originally empty and in a state of chaos, inexplicably had many threads appear. These threads were in a mess, and it was impossible to tell where they were connected or where they were connected. Only a few threads were connected together, forming a complete circuit. This situation had happened before when his soul had advanced to light blue. Now it had happened again, and it was even more shocking than before. Crackle! Blue electricity exploded, and all the threads were covered in electricity. The electric current was very savage, and it opened up a thread connection point, making the circuit increase. Not knowing how much time had passed, when the electric current had completely dissipated, the circuits in Li Fuchen's mind had doubled. These circuits also contained the profoundness that Li Fuchen couldn't understand. It was much more profound than a mystic class peak tier sword art. The circuit flickered a few times, and then it was quickly hidden, as if it had never appeared. At the same time, Li Fuchen only felt that his mind was unprecedentedly clear, and his thinking speed was more than doubled. In the past, some blocked places were opened in an instant, and then the aura flashed wildly. The soul has been promoted again, and I don't know how long it will take to comprehend the Burning Heaven Sword technique to the great accomplishment realm. According to the previous speed, Li Fuchen estimated that it would take nearly half a year. 2 months passed. Burning Heaven Extermination. On the open earth, Li Fuchen waved a sword, and the dazzling hot sword chi was like a comet falling to the ground, and the crazy impact went out. Along the way, the earth and rocks burst and scorched black, and the crystal-like soil could be seen faintly. This is clearly the Burning Heaven Sword chi roasted the soil into crystallization. In less than 2 months, Burning Heaven Sword technique great accomplishment, worthy is blue soul. Li Fuchen heart moved. In this way, within half a year, he is fully hopeful to comprehend the Burning Heaven Sword intent. Once the Burning Heaven Sword intent is comprehended, even without the sword essence secret technique remnant, Li Fuchen is enough to kill Situ Lei, who has not been promoted to Heavenly Dipper realm. Coming to Sword Monument Canyon, Li Fuchen began to comprehend the Burning Heaven Sword intent. Of course, the first step is to comprehend the Burning Heaven Sword technique from the point of perfection to the reaching peak realm. Look, it's senior brother Li Fuchen. Senior brother Li Fuchen is really a legend. When I first came to Azure Billow sect, it was not very eye-catching, but then, the progress was getting faster and faster, until I became the first true disciple, and Eastern Lean Continent First King Star. If I can have senior brother Li half, that's all right. Now, Li Fuchen has long been a legend, and wherever he goes, he will attract attention. In Sword Monument Canyon, Fang Lihai also saw Li Fuchen, and his face flashed with fear and left Sword Monument Canyon ahead of time. In Sword Monument Canyon, Li Fuchen's comprehend the Burning Heaven Sword technique speed has almost doubled. In less than half a month, he has comprehended the Burning Heaven Sword technique to the reaching peak realm. This speed is simply appalling. Just want to comprehend the Burning Heaven Sword intent, not as simple as Li Fuchen thought. For the next half a month, Li Fuchen has not been able to comprehend the Burning Heaven Sword intent. No hurry, the Burning Heaven Sword technique of the realm of perfection has greatly exceeded the Flaming Demon Sword art, and the reaching peak of the realm of Flaming Demon Sword art is on the next level, not in a hurry. Li Fuchen is not in a hurry, calm. Floating Cloud Peak. Azure Billow sect rewarded the Li family with a small mountain peak. It is said that the small mountain peak is actually relative to the entire Azure Billow sect. The size of the mountain is more than enough to accommodate 10 Li family. Within 100 years, there is no need to worry about being too crowded. As early as a few months ago, the Li family had moved to the Floating Cloud Peak. Although the treatment is not as good as that of Azure Billow sect still allocates a lot of resources every year. Just this year's resources let Li family patriarch Li Tianhan shocked. The Li family is just a small family. With so many resources, it can't be used up at once. It's enough for many years. And all of this is brought by Li Fuchen. On the Floating Cloud Peak Mountain Road, you can see the Li family people up and down from time to time. One face is full of glory. Young Master Fuchen. Brother Fuchen. Seeing Li Fuchen coming up from the foot of the mountain, the Li family people were respectful, including some of the Li family lineal juniors. Fuchen. Brother. Coming to the top of the mountain, Li Yunhe just came out of a courtyard and saw Li Fuchen. His face was stiff and he called Fuchen's name. It seemed that it was inappropriate and added a brother. Li Fuchen is only a few months older than him. Normally, there is no need to call brother, but now is different from the past. Li Fuchen's status today is not allowed to be disrespected, not to mention that he and Li Fuchen have a conflict in the past. The other party can let bygones be bygones. It is very tolerant. Li Fuchen nodded, did not answer, and left directly. Li Yunhe breathed a sigh of relief and thanked Li Fuchen for not finding trouble with him. In fact, he thought too much. If Li Fuchen is just an ordinary person, maybe not so generous, but he is not an ordinary person now, and his future has just begun. Looking for an ordinary person trouble, this he can't do. Of course, the premise is that the other party is tactful. Coming to the Li family patriarch compound, Li Tianhan Xinyuyan is there, and Li Xiaodai is there. Li Xiaodai is now Xinyuyan's half-daughter, and Xinyuyan is very good to her. Brother Fuchen. See Li Fuchen, Li Xiaodai is very happy. Everything she has is also given by Li Fuchen, and her talent is not good. After taking the 7-colored glazed grapefruit, the root bone has also been upgraded from the ordinary root bone to the 1-star root bone. The cultivation base has made good progress, and there is no hope to promote to the Earth Fiend realm in the future. Dad, Mom, Xiaodai is also here. Li Fuchen smiled. Fuchen, you are here just in time. Lunch is almost ready. Wait to eat together. Xinyuyan has a smile on his face. Good. Li Fuchen nodded. He came to Floating Cloud Peak to get together with his family. After all, cultivation is important, and family is also important. Li Tianhan was red and said with a smile, "You brat didn't forget us." Dad, Mom, it is Fuchen's fault, and I will spend more time with you in the future. Li Fuchen said. Xinyuyan blamed Li Tianhan. Look at you, Fuchen, if you don't work hard, how can you have the present achievements? You are a father, don't make a fuss. Lunch came at the table, the family was happy, and Li Xiaodia's mother came over. Seeing everyone so happy, Li Fuchen felt very warm. At the same time, a pressure also shrouded the heart. All of this is hard to come by. He does not allow anyone to destroy the current environment, so he has to grow up faster. For the next few days, Li Fuchen did not leave Floating Cloud Peak. Cultivation technique is going to break through? On this day, Li Fuchen, who cultivated burning heaven true merit, only felt a throb of true spirit, and a charm of burning the sky spread out. He was promoted to the 17th layer realm in the Star List Great Competition. Some time ago, he just stabilized the cultivation technique at the 17th layer apex realm. I didn't expect to break through to the 18th layer so soon. At this time, he gradually realized the terrifying perception brought by the blue soul. At the same time, in addition to perception, it seems that there are some mysteries in the blue soul that Li Fuchen does not know. Not planning to break through at Floating Cloud Peak, Li Fuchen came to the depths of the mountains behind Azure Billow Sect, on a bare mountain peak. The palm of the hand turned over, and a magical medicinal herb fell into the hand. This medicinal herb is half cold and half hot, and it is an ice fire flower that Li Fuchen obtained in 100 Grass Secret Realm. Ice fire flower can help people who cultivate the fiery cultivation technique or the cold cultivation technique smoothly break through the realm without damaging the meridian. Li Fuchen has a feeling that with concealed blood refining body merit and concealed blood refining body true meaning alone, I am afraid that it is impossible to offset the damage caused by burning heaven true merit breakthrough. Chapter 322. The sun is high, and on the bare mountain, the air is distorted, and a hot force spreads. In the center of the distortion, the aura of Li Fuchen is getting stronger and stronger. This aura is full of the smell of burning the sky. Ordinary Earth Fiend Realm martial artist, I am afraid that even close, once close, not only the body can't stand it, spirit will can't stand it. Hong! I don't know how long it took, a more surging force of heat spread, the air was distorted to the extreme, Li Fuchen's figure was also twisted and stretched, looking very unreal. Ping 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 ping. The surrounding ground, inch burst, the scorched black soil, like a black crystal, in the sun with a burning light. Sure enough. With the breakthrough of burning heaven true merit, Li Fuchen felt a burning pain in the meridian, which was the result of the meridian not being able to withstand the burning heaven true chi riot. Without any hesitation, Li Fuchen opened his mouth and put the ice spark. The ice spark entered the body, and a pure hot aura blended into burning heaven true chi, making burning heaven true chi much gentler. At the same time, an icy cold force protected the meridian, so that the violent burning heaven true chi would not hurt the meridian. Time passed by, Li Fuchen within the body of the riot burning heaven true chi is getting less and less, and the aura is getting more and more pure and hot, like a small sun shining and heating. What a terrifying burning heaven true chi! Opening his eyes, Li Fuchen felt the burning heaven true chi within the body, and his heart sighed. Just a step forward, his true spirit quality at least rose a level. Now his true spirit quality, I am afraid it is no worse than the ordinary Heavenly Dipper Realm First Layer martial artist. After all, the ordinary Heavenly Dipper Realm First Layer martial artist, the estimated cultivation technique is at most 15 or 16 layers, which is 2 or 3 levels worse than him. Such a pure hot true spirit even makes Li Fuchen feel a little uncomfortable. When revolved true spirit, I felt like the meridian was flowing with magma, and it was a little hot. Burning Heaven Sword technique is ranked in the top 50 in Eastern Lean Continent martial art. Burning Heaven True Merit is said to be ranked in the top 30 in Eastern Lean Continent cultivation technique. With my physical quality, it is a little difficult. In principle, Li Fuchen's physical quality is not weak at all, and it is absolutely top in Azure Billow Sect. After all, the Azure Water Sect didn't have a higher grade body refinement technique than the Hidden Blood Body technique. Of course, the same realization of concealed blood refining body true meaning, Earth Fiend Realm Martial Artist and Heavenly Dipper Realm Martial Artist are still different, and the difference with Shedding Body Realm Martial Artist is even greater, but Li Fuchen can't wait to cultivate to Heavenly Dipper Realm. He wants to control his strength perfectly at all times. Therefore, he had to improve his physical fitness to the next level. I wonder where the earth veins that I obtained from the Mystic Martial Secret Realms door have gone. It was very likely that the earth pattern contained an earth-level body refinement technique. Earth-level body refinement technique contained the mysteries of heaven and earth. Once one had a small success in it, it would be enough to benefit for a long time. Li Fuchen does not expect to cultivate the earth-level body refining technique to a high realm. In his opinion, even the initial entry is enough to surpass the hidden blood body refining technique. Unfortunately, until now, he has not felt the existence of the earth-level body refining technique. This body refining technique seems to be hidden in his blood meridian. Of course, in addition to the earth-level body refining technique, Li Fuchen also got a mark of heaven in the mystic martial secret realm's gate of heaven. This mark is likely to contain the mystery of heaven-level martial art, but Li Fuchen can't even find the earth-level body refining technique, let alone find the mark of heaven. With a wry smile, Li Fuchen stood up, the figure flashed, and flew down the top of the mountain. Burning Heaven True Merit Cultivation to the 18th layer, Li Fuchen has the ability to fly for a short time, and the speed is not slow, can be said to be quite fast. In the following days, Li Fuchen continued to comprehend Burning Heaven Sword Intent in Sword Monument Canyon. But obviously, Burning Heaven Sword Intent is not so good to comprehend. Thinking about it, Burning Heaven Sword Technique is a profound level top-rank sword technique, and Burning Heaven True Merit is the same level. Although martial art is easy to practice, the difficulty of comprehend is far lower than the cultivation technique, but it cannot be too exaggerated. So far, Li Fuchen has broken through to the 18th layer realm of Burning Heaven True Merit, so in a short time, it is almost impossible to comprehend Burning Heaven Sword Intent, even if he has a blue soul. Unless his cultivation base is promoted to Heavenly Dipper realm, it is almost the same. I can go back to Mystic Martial Secret realm. Since it is impossible to comprehend Burning Heaven Sword Intent, Li Fuchen is not in a hurry. He plans to go back to Mystic Martial Secret realm. The first odd martial artists said that they would soon leave Eastern Lin continent. Li Fuchen felt that it was necessary to see the first odd martial artist before he left. For Li Fuchen's departure, Ouyang Wenyin is very relieved. There is the first odd martial artist. No one has a long eye to deal with Li Fuchen. As for the martial artist of the same realm, it is impossible to be Li Fuchen's opponent. In order to make Li Fuchen hurry up, Ouyang Wenyin even specially rewarded a level 4 low-rank flying spirit beast. With the spirit beast, I believe that Li Fuchen will not take long to go back and forth. On this day, in the clouds, a black shadow flew through the air. This is a giant bird with scales and a mouth like a sickle. Level 4 low-rank spirit beast Giant Scythe Vicious Bird. Before Giant Scythe Vicious Bird was trained into a spirit beast, it was extremely fierce and violent. After training into a spirit beast, the fierceness still existed. Several times I wanted to throw Li Fuchen down, but Li Fuchen has Spirit Beast Jade card. In the brain of Giant Scythe Vicious Bird, there is also a Spirit Beast Jade card. The two Spirit Beast Jade cards respond to each other. As long as Li Fuchen's mind is moved, it can make Giant Scythe Vicious Bird have a headache. After several times, Giant Scythe Vicious Bird is a lot more well-behaved and no longer makes trouble. Of course, this is mainly because Giant Scythe Vicious Bird has swallowed a lot of Turn Spirit Pill, and the body's monster chi has already been transformed into spirit chi. Otherwise, the fierceness is great. Even if there is a Spirit Beast Jade card, it is estimated that it is difficult to control it. I don't know how fast I am compared to Giant Scythe Vicious Bird. The idea flashed. Li Fuchen's foot gently touched the back of Giant Scythe Vicious Bird, and the next moment, the whole person flew. Giant Scythe Vicious Bird, a pair of bird eyes blinked. He didn't understand what Li Fuchen was doing. But seeing Li Fuchen flying in front of it, it was very unconvinced. A pair of bird wings violently fanned, the speed increased, and instantly surpassed Li Fuchen. Li Fuchen laughed, pure yang astral chi inspired. The speed also skyrocketed, overtaking Giant Scythe Vicious Bird. In this way, a man and a bird, chasing each other in the air, the speed is nearly half faster than before. In the end, Li Fuchen had to admit that humans and flying spirit beasts are incomparable. Even if he has the strength to kill Giant Scythe Vicious Bird, he is better than Giant Scythe Vicious Bird in flight speed. After a period of time, Li Fuchen came to Azure Cloud Mountain, 300 miles away from 100 Battle Territory Azure Cloud City. 3 days later, Odd Martial Hidden Realm opened, and Li Fuchen entered Odd Martial Hidden Realm. You are here. The first odd martial artist handsome man found Li Fuchen in a flash and moved the other to the first mountain. Master! Li Fuchen bowed his hand. Handsome man took a look at Li Fuchen and nodded with a smile. It seems that you have made good progress. With his eyesight, it is natural to see that Li Fuchen's essence chi has changed a lot, and the strength is many times stronger than last time. Master is overpraising. Li Fuchen did not have the slightest pride. Handsome man waved his hand, handsome face with a trace of helplessness. There is still a month. Master and others will leave Odd Martial Hidden Realm and leave Eastern Lin Continent. 1 month. Li Fuchen's eyes flickered. The handsome man said, Unfortunately, due to the rules of the mystic martial secret realm, I am unable to bestow you any material things, and with my realm, I am unable to directly pass down martial arts or secret techniques to you. However, the earth-level martial marking that I engraved on your wrist already contains a trace of inheritance. Every time you activate the martial marking, you will feel the true meaning within. As long as your comprehension is sufficient, it is not impossible for you to comprehend one or half moves of this earth-level martial art. However, since you have once again come to the mystic martial secret realm, it is not good for me to let you go empty-handed. Said, handsome man came to Li Fuchen's back in an instant, and the palm pressed Li Fuchen's back. As if the soldering iron branded the body pain, Li Fuchen did not tremble. Chi 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 chi. Green smoke, with Li Fuchen's back as the center, a purple-veined pattern spread out, and finally expanded to the entire back before stopping. Withdraw the palm. Handsome man's face is very pale. The last time to mark Li Fuchen's earth-level martial mark, he has consumed a lot. This time the consumption of essence chi is more than the last time. Without a few years, it cannot be recovered. Master, this is? Li Fuchen was surprised. Handsome man said weakly, This is a cultivation technique veined pattern. At the critical moment, your true spirit enters the veined pattern, can replace your meridians, promote this cultivation technique, burst out far more than the usual strength. I believe that with this cultivation technique veined pattern, it is enough to increase your survivability several times. If you still can't save your own life, it means that your fate is like this. Blame no one. Thank Master. Li Fuchen was a little moved. Odd martial artist, there is still a month to leave, and Li Fuchen stayed in Odd Martial Secret Realm for a month. On this day, Odd Martial Artist disappeared, and the next moment, inside Odd Martial Secret Realm, all life was excluded. Odd Martial Secret Realm entrance, completely closed, opened next time, and did not know when. On the top of the mountain, Li Fuchen saw a lot of Odd Martial Artist direct disciple, including Qiyuye, Xiahou Chuan, Su Muyu, and Yan Qingwu. Everyone is a bit confused. Unlike Li Fuchen, they don't get any news. It seems that Odd Martial Secret Realm will be closed for a long time. Su Muyu secretly said in heart. Immediately, Su Muyu looked at Li Fuchen and sent a voice transmission. Li Fuchen, you have to be careful. The tree in the forest will be destroyed. You won the star list first. Inevitably will become the target of some people. Odd Martial Artist left. Eastern Lin Continent is only afraid to be more chaotic. In the past, the major sects were afraid of the strength of Odd Martial Artist and did not dare to attack each other. After all, for so many years, Odd Martial Artist direct disciple is still a lot, distributed in many sects. If it comes to the moment of life and death, who knows if Odd Martial Artist direct disciple will let Odd Martial Artist help. But now it is different. The news of Odd Martial Artist's departure will definitely spread throughout the continent in a short time. At that time, some irreconcilable contradictions will inevitably break out. Li Fuchen nodded. I know. He was already mentally prepared. Now he could only hope that other than the Heaven-defying sect, the other sects wouldn't treat him as a hunting target. After all, with his current ability, he wasn't a threat to any of the sections. According to common sense, within 20 years, Li Fuchen wouldn't be able to threaten any of the sections. After all, if you want to threaten sect, you must first have shedding body realm cultivation base. The wind and rain are coming. I don't know how much time I have left. The sense of urgency in Li Fuchen's heart increased several times at this moment. Go! Chapter 323. Before Li Fuchen returned to Azure Billow sect, the news of the departure of odd martial expert had spread quickly, and many of the surrounding sect were the first to know the news. The odd martial artist has finally left. The Green Mountain sect, a third-rate sect, has a disciple who is a personal disciple of the odd martial artist. How dare they challenge my Iron River sect? It's time for them to suffer a bit. The disciples of the Golden Ring sect killed my grandson. I must avenge this. At the very least, I must make them hand over the murderer. For a time, many of the sects in the realm of 100 battles rubbed their palms in anticipation of the upcoming war. By the time Li Fuchen rushed back to the Azure Water sect, the news had already reached the Heaven Fiend sect. Heaven Fiend sect, Heaven Fiend Great Hall. Li Xietian laughed at the sky. The mystic martial expert has left. Good, very good. Azure Water sect, let me see how you are going to protect this little bastard, Li Fuchen. Unless absolutely necessary, he didn't intend to start a war with the Azure Water sect. After all, when two tigers were fighting, it was impossible for anyone to escape unscathed. The Heaven Fiend sect was not prepared for this. After walking out of the Heaven Fiend main hall, Li Xietian's body flashed and he flew towards a majestic mountain peak in the depths of the Heaven Fiend sect. On that majestic mountain peak lived the Heaven Fiend sect's strongest supreme elder, Li Feihe. At the same time, Li Feihe was also Li Xietian's uncle. Xietian, why are you here? Li Feihe was not in seclusion and was drinking tea. Uncle, the mystic martial artist has left. I want to take revenge for Wu Shui. Li Xietian directly stated his intentions. Hearing this, Li Feihe's eyes flashed. Did the odd martial artist leave? It's time to take revenge for those without bloodlines. He was at the 4th level of Shedding Body Realm, and the Azure Water sect didn't even have a 4th level Shedding Body Realm martial artist. As for the Reincarnation Realm, each level was a different world. It was almost impossible to skip levels and challenge, unless it was a Heaven-defying 5-star bone frame or a 6-star bone frame. On that day, Li Xietian, Li Feihe, and another Supreme Elder, a total of 3 people, flew in the direction of Azure Billow sect. This time, they were heading over to force the Azure Water sect to hand over Li Fuchen and at the same time, make the Azure Water sect give up some resources. Azure Water sect. Li Fuchen didn't dare to conceal and told Ouyang Wenyan about the departure of the mystic martial experts. Ouyang Wenyan's complexion didn't look too good. Although he knew that the mystic martial artists would leave, it wasn't like this hadn't happened before, but he didn't expect that the mystic martial artists would leave at this time. The situation is not good. I'm afraid the Heaven Fiend sect will not let this go. Ouyang Wenyan knew Li Xietian's personality well. He was a person who would seek revenge for the smallest grievance and would never let Li Fuchen off. Li Fuchen remained silent. If he were to go against the Heaven Fiend sect, it would be like a mantis trying to stop a chariot, overestimating his own capabilities. Which was why he could only rely on the Azure Water sect now. Taking a deep breath, Ouyang Wenyan spoke slowly, but you don't have to worry. With the Azure Water sect around, the Heaven Fiend sect can't touch you. At this moment, the Azure Water sect must not cower. Once they cower, the sect's prestige would be gone. What's more, the Heaven Fiend sect wasn't strong enough to force the Azure Water sect to cower. He didn't believe that the Heaven Fiend sect would start a war with the Azure Water sect just because of Li Wuxia. Thank you, Sovereign. Li Fuchen cupped his fist and sighed in his heart. When it came to the sect level, he was no different from an ant. However, with the golden amulet, as long as he was given 20 years, no, as long as 10 years, he had the power to protect himself. Next, Li Fuchen continued to Sword Monument Canyon to comprehend Burning Heaven Sword intent. Accumulation takes a process. As long as there is enough accumulation, he believes that one day he will be able to comprehend Burning Heaven Sword intent. A few days later, Ouyang Wenyan, still not handing over Li Fuchen, that little bastard, don't bring disaster to your Azure Water sect. In the sky outside the Azure Water sect mountain gate, Li Xietian, Li Feihe, and the other 2 stood in the void. Li Xietian took a deep breath and the sound broke out. For a time, The loud voice was like thunder rolling and spread throughout the Nuwa Azure Water sect. Whiz whiz whiz. A figure flew over the Azure Water sect. It was Ouyang Wendian and several supreme elders. Ouyang Wendian stared at Li Xietian, and immediately looked at Li Feihe next to Li Xietian, and his eyes flashed a dignified color. Li Feihe, Shedding Body Realm 4th Layer Martial Artist, Heavenly Fiend Sect No. 1 Expert, and also 4 Sect No. 1 Expert, even with Eastern Lean Continent 10 Great Secret Technique 10,000 Swords Return to Origin, no one in Azure Water Sect is an opponent. Li Xietian, you want me to hand over Li Fuchen, why? Ouyang Wendian was not angry. Li Xietian sneered, Li Fuchen little bastard killed my son Li Wuxia. Ouyang Wendian, I advise you to hand him over. Ouyang Wendian asked, then what evidence do you have? If there is no evidence, I will not hand him over. Of course, even if there is evidence, he will not hand over Li Fuchen. Evidence? Ouyang Wendian, do you think I am a 3-year-old child, easy to fool? Today, no matter what, I will take him away. He is not the murderer, I will know. Li Xietian awe-inspiring. Ouyang Wendian shook his head. There is no evidence. Why should I hand over people? Li Xietian, advise you to leave quickly. Don't lose the face of a sect master. It seems that you don't want to drink a hard drink. Li Xietian within the murderous aura broke out. On the side, Li Feihe grinned. Old man Ouyang, 10 years ago, you were not my opponent. I don't know what your strength has reached today. How about a spar? The old man Ouyang in his mouth is the gray-haired old man next to Ouyang Wendian. The gray-haired old man looks similar to Ouyang Wendian, but it is Ouyang Wendian's uncle, Ouyang Tai, and also Azure Billow Sect's No. 1 Expert, Shedding Body Realm 3rd Layer Cultivation Base. The gray-haired old man frowned. Li Feihe, you want to fight? Then fight. He also wants to know what level Li Feihe's current strength is. The two flew to a higher sky in an instant and confronted each other. Old man Ouyang, take my heavenly fiend fist. Li Feihe inspired true spirit, and the majestic true spirit was like a storm, dyeing the sky black, and the clouds were rolling. At the same time, Li Feihe punched Ouyang Tai fiercely. Woo woo woo. This punch is terrifying. The fist strength has not yet come out. The heavenly fiend fist intent has already burst out. The general heavenly dipper realm martial artist, I am afraid that under this fist intent, the mind will collapse and die. This is profound level top rank fist intent. Below, Li Fuchen saw this scene in his eyes. Heavenly Fiend Sect's Heavenly Fiend Fist, on the prestige, is not inferior to Burning Heaven Sword technique. After the cultivation of Heavenly Fiend Fist Intent, the Fist Intent can kill. Azure Billow Sword Art. Ouyang Tai pulled out the treasure sword, which was a profound level top-rank treasure sword. The treasure sword was in his hand, and Ouyang Tai was quite mysterious. The next moment, the layers of sword glow, like a wave higher than a wave, greeted the Heavenly Fiend Fist Intent. Crackle and rattle. Above the sky, the dark clouds are rolling even more. The Shedding Body Realm Martial Artist War has been able to change a small area of the sky. The momentum is more than 10 times stronger than the Heavenly Dipper Realm Martial Artist War. In the storm chi strength, a figure flew out upside down. It is Ouyang Tai. After all, he is only Shedding Body Realm 3rd Layer Cultivation Base. How can he compare to Li Feihe of Shedding Body Realm 4th Layer Cultivation Base? 10,000 swords returned to origin. In the process of flying upside down, Ouyang Tai screamed. The whole body imposing manner was great, and countless sword chi emerged. Each sword chi seemed to cut the sky, bringing endless sense of sharpness. Any sword chi was enough to kill the most powerful Heavenly Dipper Realm martial artist. This is why Heavenly Fiend Sect will not easily start a war with Azure Billow Sect. After all, once the war starts, Heavenly Fiend Sect, even if it wins, it will be a tragic victory. Fortunately for the sect origin swords, the sword chi wasn't limitless and needed to be nurtured within the body. Every time a sword chi was consumed, it would take a long time to replenish. If the sword chi was limitless, the Heaven Fiend Sect wouldn't dare to provoke the Azure Water Sect and would have to retreat. Good 10,000 swords returned to origin, Heavenly Fiend Azura. In the face of Ouyang Tai, who used the 10,000 Swords Return to Origin secret technique, Li Feihe did not dare to be careless, and instantly inspired Heavenly Fiend Sect 5-star secret technique Heavenly Fiend Azura. For a time, the blackness in the sky spread more, and the endless storm swept wantonly, and in this endless storm, a huge phantom appeared behind Li Feihe. What a gigantic shadow it was! The phantom is the size of a hill. Although the figure is slightly blurred, but a pair of eyes, blood red, revealing endless evil thoughts and killing intent. On the frontal attack, Heavenly Fiend Azura secret technique is better than 10,000 Swords Return to Origin secret technique, but Heavenly Fiend Azura secret technique also contains spiritual attacks and deterrence, to a certain extent, can affect the enemy's state. Go! Ouyang Tai waved his hand, and the sword chi of the sword forest shot to Li Feihe. Azura body protection. Li Feihe screamed. Heavenly Fiend Azura phantom shrouded his body, both hands stretched forward, hard against thousands of sword chi, attacking Ouyang Tai. Although Ouyang Tai has a lot of 10,000 Swords Return to Origin sword chi, it is called the top expert in shedding body realm 3rd layer martial artist, but Li Feihe is a full realm higher than him. After activating Heavenly Fiend Azura secret technique, the defense is amazing. For a time, he can't break the opponent's defense. Of course, if he is desperate and releases all the 10,000 Swords Return to Origin sword chi, he can hurt Li Feihe, but if he loses 10,000 Swords Return to Origin sword chi, his strength will be reduced a lot, and then it is not Li Feihe opponent. Heavenly Fiend Fist. Close to Ouyang Tai, Li Feihe punched. This punch, with him as the source, with Heavenly Fiend Azura Phantom display, the hill-sized fist, completely ignoring the distance of 100 feet, blasted in front of Ouyang Tai. Puff! A mouthful of blood spurted out, Ouyang Tai flew out. Senior brother, I will help you. Another Supreme Elder Sword into the sky, 10,000 Swords Return to Origin secret technique, and countless sword chi attacked Li Feihe. Ouyang Tai is just a small injury, and instantly counterattacked Li Feihe. Under the attack of two shedding body realm martial artists, Li Feihe's offensive suddenly stagnated. More bullying shameful. Li Xietian and another Heavenly Fiend Sect Supreme Elder joined the battle group. Unfortunately, here is Azure Billow Sect. Shedding Body Realm Martial Artist has a lot more, and the rest of Azure Billow Sect Supreme Elder and Ouyang Wenyan have joined the battle group. When the number of people increased, the scene became more and more chaotic, but Li Feihe and Ouyang Tai restrained themselves. Old man Ouyang, this time let you go, we withdraw. Li Feihe came here purely to force Azure Billow Sect, and to test the strength of Azure Billow Sect's Shedding Body Realm Martial Artist. Know yourself and know the enemy, you can win 100 battles, this is a famous saying. He didn't think that with the power of 3 people, he could force Azure Billow Sect to submit. The future is long, today is just the beginning. Chapter 324. Time flies. Li Fuchen has been back from Odd Martial Hidden Realm for a month. In this month, Li Fuchen's cultivation base has finally made progress. Although he has not broken through to the Earth Fiend Realm 9th layer, he has reached the Earth Fiend Realm 8th layer Apex Realm. To know that in order to participate in Star List Great Competition, Li Fuchen swallowed the medicine pill to enhance the cultivation base, which will have some impact on the cultivation speed. It is reasonable to say that it will take a long time to break through to the Earth Fiend Realm 8th layer Apex. Fortunately, Li Fuchen's soul has transformed into a blue soul, and Burning Heaven True Merit has broken through to the 18th layer. Tempering true spirit impurities, the effect is doubled, and the side effects of medicine pill are eliminated at once. Otherwise, Li Fuchen is afraid that it will take a month or 2 to promote to the Earth Fiend Realm 8th layer Apex. Too slow. Too slow. If there is Earth Fiend fruit, there is no side effects of the medicinal herb. For his own cultivation progress, Li Fuchen is still not satisfied. He estimates that if he is a 5-star root bone or even a 6-star root bone, I am afraid that it has been cultivated to the Heavenly Dipper realm. The root bone represents the speed of the cultivation base improvement. His cultivation base improvement speed is entirely due to the high realm of the cultivation technique, And the reason why the cultivation technique realm is high is because of the perception. If it is matched with the high-level root bone, the cultivation base improvement speed will double or even several times more. In the blink of an eye, time passed by half a month. Li Fuchen's bronze sword essence has finally completed about 50%, and correspondingly, black iron sword essence has only the last 50%. This has led to a great loss of black iron sword chi, and the power of bronze sword chi has increased. After all, the complete black iron sword essence can be transformed into a complete black iron sword chi. If Star List Great Competition, Li Fuchen cannot condense bronze sword essence. It is estimated that by relying on black iron sword essence, you can beat Situlei. Azure Billow Territory, Iron Mountain City. On this day, Iron Mountain City came to countless black-clothed man. These black-clothed man body exudes the aura of demon, clearly a demon Dao martial artist. Including the Iron Mountain City Lord, hundreds of thousands of Iron Mountain City's population were all gathered in a large open space outside of the city. The open space had already been engraved with a giant array. This array was extremely complicated and looked very evil. The Iron Mountain City Lord, who was at the 8th level of the Earth Realm, had a pale expression. He knew that if he fell into the hands of these evil Dao martial artists, he wouldn't have a good ending. From the looks of it, the opposition seemed to be planning something big. Hallmaster, you can activate the formation now. A black-clothed man approached the black-clothed man wearing a dog mask and whispered. Dog head mask man waved, operating formation. At the edge of the array, hundreds of black-clothed men waved their hands and beheaded hundreds of Origin Realm martial artists. Instantly, hundreds of fresh blood spurted out. The moment the blood landed on the ground, it wasn't absorbed by the ground. Instead, it was absorbed by the formation. The originally calm formation instantly emitted blood-red ripples. The lines of the formation were also filled with the color of blood. Don't kill me. Help, I still want to live. Damn demonic Dao cultivators. Sooner or later, you will all be exterminated. Inside the formation, hundreds of thousands of people were either begging for mercy or cursing. Hearing the voices of these people, the black-robed men sneered, their faces filled with malevolence. Visible to the naked eye, the bodies of the Iron Mountain City's residents within the formation began to wither. Large amounts of blood were extracted and gathered within the formation, causing it to grow stronger and stronger. The blood-colored ripples it emitted could even stir up the wind and clouds. For a moment, this area seemed to have become hell on earth. Bastard, don't give me a stop. At this moment, the 5 figures broke through the air, and the first figure, a long sword in the hand, a majestic sword chi, slammed into the bloody array. Patrolling Elder? Doghead Mask, the human figure flashed and appeared in front of the sword chi, and immediately the right hand was clawed and grabbed the sword chi. Crackle and rattle. The sword chi was eliminated. Inside the bloody array. It's Patrolling Elder, and it's finally saved. Iron Mountain City Lord breathed a sigh of relief. Because he was an Earth Fiend Realm 8th layer martial artist, he could still hold on for a while. At most, he would damage his origin chi. As for other people below the Earth Fiend Realm, they had already fallen into a coma, or they had already died. Good strength. The coma is Patrolling Elder Su Wansong, Heavenly Dipper Realm 8th layer cultivation base. In these years, he has never met a demonic Dao martial artist that can stop his sword. You still don't quickly remove the formation, otherwise my Azure Billow sect, you will die without a burial place. Su Wansong snapped. Doghead Mask Man contemptuously said, You take care of yourself first, courting death, you four, hurry to break the formation. Su Wansong was furious and ordered the other 4 Heavenly Dipper Realm middle rank martial artists to break the formation. As for the Doghead Mask, he dealt with it personally. 4 people have swept to the bloody array. Stop them. Doghead Mask a wave of hands, many black-clothed people, 7 or 8 powerful black-clothed people, intercepting 4 people. Bang 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 bang. How terrifying the Heavenly Dipper Realm martial artist is. A sword chi flies out, the wall of Iron Mountain City is split, the gravel is flying, a black claw shadow flies out, Iron Mountain City gate, directly collapses and explodes. Azure Billow Sword Art, 1,000 Mountains and 10,000 Waters. Su Wansong Cultivation Sword Art is Azure Billow Sword Art, one of the two major sword arts of Azure Billow sect. Azure Billow Sword Art is out, layers of overlapping swords, like thousands of mountains and rivers, blasting to the dog head mask. Split Soul Claw. In the face of Su Wansong's Azure Billow Sword Art, the dog head mask waved a hand, and the fierce claw glow was like a demon's claw, with a black whirlwind, and fiercely grabbed out. The chi's strength exploded wildly, and Su Wansong and the dog head mask retreated. Blood God Thorn. Just then, the dog head mask suddenly had a bloody bead in his left hand. On the bloody bead, a bloody wave poured into the body. The next moment, the dog head mask pointed to Su Wansong. A condensed to the extreme blood-colored spike instantly pierced Su Wansong's shoulder, making his shoulder withered. What? Su Wansong big shock. The other side's strength is clearly similar to him, but with the bloody bead, the cultivation base seems to have reached the peak of Heavenly Dipper realm, so that he is an opponent. Damn. Su Wansong glanced at the blood formation. At this moment, inside the blood formation, except for the city lord of Iron Mountain City and a few others, everyone else had turned into dried corpses. They were already dead and could not be more dead. Breaking the formation would not help the situation. Withdraw. Su Wansong suppressed the anger in his heart and shouted. Hearing this, the 4 Azure Billow sect Heavenly Dipper realm middle rank martial artists who fell into a mess, they have retreated and spurted. They also understand that they continue to fight. They estimate that they will not be lucky. These Demon Dao martial artists don't know where to come from, too fierce and powerful. Where to go, Blood God Thorn. Doghead Mask people flicked their fingers again and again, and 2 Azure Billow sect Heavenly Dipper realm middle rank martial artists were killed instantly. Only Su Wansong and 2 other Heavenly Dipper realm middle rank martial artists escaped. Doghead Mask people did not go after, using the power of the bloody bead. It is a great burden on him, and it will also disturb his mind. Finished. In the bloody array, the Iron Mountain City Lord's body quickly dried up, and then there was no breath. At the same time, the bloody array also ran to the limit, and the bloody fluctuations were dazzling, but soon, the powerful bloody fluctuations began to shrink, and finally in the center of the array, condensed into 4 bloody beads. The bloody bead is the same as the bloody bead in the hands of the Doghead Mask. At the same time, Azure Billow territory has several cities, hundreds of towns, and the strong death aura, filled with the entire world. Azure Billow Sect. Azure Billow Hall. Listening to what Su Wansong said below, Ouyang Wentian's face is very ugly. This is clearly an organized and planned action. It seems that the Demon Dao forces have no intention of hiding in the dark. Men, invite the Grand Elder and the Protectors over. It's a big deal, and Ouyang Wentian doesn't dare to neglect. After a while, 4 Supreme Elder and 2 Protectors gathered in Azure Billow Hall. Azure Billow Sect has a total of 7 Shedding Body Realm martial artists, namely Sect Master Ouyang Wentian, for Supreme Elder and 2 Protectors. These 7 people are the pillars of Azure Billow Sect and the root of Azure Billow Sect in Eastern Lin Continent. Explaining the situation to the 6 people, Ouyang Wentian said, Demon Dao forces are resurgent. I am afraid that it will not only be exciting in Azure Billow territory, left Protector, you go to Heavenly Fiend territory, right Protector, you go to Wild Blade territory, see if there is any Demon Dao forces. Yes, Sect Master. Left and right Protector nodded. For Supreme Elders, I am afraid I have to trouble you for now. Azure Billow territory is now in a panic. If you can't iron and blood suppress it, you don't know what will happen. Ouyang went in as Sect Master, to command the entire Azure Billow Sect, cannot go out, all these things can only be handed over to the 4 Supreme Elders. Ouyang Tai, old man has not been out for a long time, the body bones are rusty, Demon Dao forces have come, how can they let them retreat? Yes, after becoming a Shedding Body Realm martial artist, old Liang has not killed for many years. The Supreme Elder surnamed Liang exudes a murderous aura. They can become Shedding Body Realm martial artist, one by one, what scenes have not been seen. Nodded, Ouyang Wendian said to the inner sect elder who delivered the message. Pass the order. Order all inner sect elder to come and see me. It is impossible to control the entire Azure Billow territory by shedding body realm martial artist. After all, Azure Billow territory is too big. There is not enough manpower. I am afraid that when you arrive, Demon Dao forces have long been hidden. For a time, Azure Billow sect atmosphere is grim, and even the disciples below feel this oppressive atmosphere. What happened? Li Fuchen's consciousness is so keen that it is easy to detect that Azure Billow territory seems to have a major event. When Azure Billow sect has a movement, Eastern Lean continent and other regions are not calm. Demon Dao forces are like mushrooms after the rain, one by one, and the means are bloody and incomparable. However, these Demon Dao forces seem to have a consensus and do not provoke the top 10 apex forces. Chapter 325. The Demon Dao forces are much more cunning than imagined. They often set up a maze and use a fake blood-colored array to confuse the Azure Billow sect spies. After 1 month, the Azure Billow sect 4 supreme elders were almost deceived. But the good news is that in addition to Azure Billow territory, Heavenly Fiend territory and Mad Blade territory, there are also Demon Dao forces. As such, the Azure Water sect only had to take care of their own territory. They didn't have to worry about other sects taking advantage of the situation and didn't have to worry about the coercion from the Heaven Fiend sect. Of course, with so many Demon Dao martial artists wreaking havoc in the Azure Water region, the upper echelons of the Azure Water sect still had a headache. If the Demon Dao forces directly start a war with the Azure Billow sect, the key is that the Demon Dao forces are difficult to track. So far, in addition to eliminating a few small Demon Dao forces, there is no harvest, and the Azure Billow territory casualties have reached 5 million. This number is rapidly increasing. More than 5 million casualties? Azure Water sect. Li Fuchen's expression was very unpleasant. The population of Cloud Fog City was no more than 200,000, and the population within its borders barely exceeded 1 million. However, the demonic forces had slaughtered more than 5 million people, which was equivalent to the population of 5 Cloud Fog City. Damn demonic forces? Even though the Li clan has moved to the Azure Water sect and has no worries, Li Fuchen isn't the kind of person who doesn't care about anything. He can imagine how many children and kind-hearted people are among these 5 million people. And these people who have been diligent for their entire lives are being slaughtered like harvested rice. Li Fuchen's heart is filled with anger and killing intent. Azure Billow Main Hall. Ouyang Wendian looked very tired. There were more than 5 million people, and now it should have broken through 6 million. How many people were there in the entire Azure Water region? It was time for the Azure Water sect's disciples to go out and temper themselves. Ouyang Wendian thought to himself. Originally, he didn't intend to let the Azure Water sect's disciples out. Against the evil Dao martial artists, he could imagine how many disciples would die tragically. But now, he was short on manpower, and he didn't want to send out all the disciples at once. He only sent out 30% of the inner sect disciples and a portion of the direct disciples. In addition, the chaos caused by the demonic Dao was also an opportunity to sharpen himself. Some people with mediocre talents might be able to surpass him. Great Elder, I want to go to the battlefield. On this day, Li Fuchen came to the Direct Inheritance Hall and said to Zhao Wujin. Zhao Wei frowned. Fuchen, you are different from others. Others need to sharpen. You don't need to sharpen. Next, you just need to cultivate in peace and smoothly enter the Heavenly Dipper realm. It wasn't just him, even the upper echelons of the Azure Water sect didn't wish for Li Fuchen to leave. Li Fuchen is still too low. Even if he has the strength to skip the challenge, he can only compete with Heavenly Dipper realm low-rank martial artist. It has no effect on the situation. When Li Fuchen is promoted to Heavenly Dipper realm, it will be much more useful. Li Fuchen said, Grand Elder, tempering is useful for everyone. Cultivation isn't just about cultivation, it is also about cultivating the heart. I cannot watch as the evil Dao creates chaos while I cultivate in peace. This isn't in line with my sword Dao. Zhao Wujin hesitated. What Li Fuchen said wasn't without reason, and he knew that elite prodigies always had their own opinions. Once they decided on something, even 10 bulls wouldn't be able to pull them back. I'll go report to the sect leader. Wait here. Zhao Wujin couldn't decide this matter by himself. Azure Billow Main Hall. Ouyang Wendian frowned. He wants to go out? Zhao Wujin nodded. Taking a deep breath, Ouyang Wendian said, then let him go out. You arrange for 2 Heavenly Dipper Realm middle rank cultivation base inner sect elder to protect him. Azure Billow sect is now very tight, and it is the limit to send 2 Heavenly Dipper Realm middle rank martial artists to protect Li Fuchen. Good. Zhao Wujin breathed a sigh of relief. There are 2 Heavenly Dipper Realm middle rank martial artists to protect. As long as there is no accident, there should be no problem. The place where Li Fuchen is going is naturally the Cloud and Mist City area, where he used to live, and his feelings are deep. Above the sky, on the back of the giant scythe vicious bird, Li Fuchen and 2 Heavenly Dipper Realm middle rank cultivation base inner sect elders sit cross-legged. These 2 Heavenly Dipper Realm middle rank cultivation base inner sect elder, one is called Qin Ming and the other is called Su Chang. Qin Ming said, now the Azure Billow region is divided into 4 major districts and 40 small districts. Each district is overseen by a supreme elder. Each district is overseen by a dozen Heavenly Dipper Realm martial artists. Yunwu City is in the 3rd district. If I remember correctly, the one overseeing there is Elder Mao Qiuhai. Yes, it is Elder Mao Qiuhai. Su Chang nodded. Elder Mao Qiuhai is Azure Billow sect's top inner sect elder, with Heavenly Dipper Realm 9th layer cultivation base. 7th district, have you found traces of Demon Dao strength? Li Fuchen asked. The 7th district has a total of 15 cities, and Cloud and Mist City is just one of them. I haven't found it yet, Su Chang said. Li Fuchen nodded, and it was best not to appear. It was hard for him to imagine what would happen if the residents of Cloud and Mist City were slaughtered overnight. With the giant scythe vicious bird, the 3 came to Golden Cloud City in a few days. Golden Cloud City is the largest city of the 15 cities in the area where the 4th district is located in the 7th district, and naturally becomes a temporary command post. City Lord Mansion Hall. Mao Qiuhai personally came out to meet Li Fuchen. Li Fuchen is not a general true disciple. On the status, Mao Qiuhai is not necessarily higher than Li Fuchen. After seeing Mao Qiuhai, Li Fuchen did not stay in Golden Cloud City, but rushed to Cloud and Mist City. Next, he intends to sit in Cloud and Mist City. Of course, if there is a need for other places, he will go. Golden Cloud City and Cloud and Mist City, after all, are in the same district, and it only took less than half an hour, and Li Fuchen arrived. Today's Cloud and Mist City are no longer the Cloud and Mist City of the past. The former Cloud and Mist City 4 great families have moved away, and the vacancy is filled by the former Cloud and Mist City second-rate family. They are He family, Si family and Sun family. At the beginning of Cloud and Mist City Genius Battle, He Ping ranked 4th, Si Fei and Sun Di also ranked well. The family behind the 3 is now He family, Si family and Sun family. However, if Zhu family has not disappeared, it should now be one of the Cloud and Mist City great families. Unfortunately, I don't know why Zhu Hongxiu and Zhu family disappeared so inexplicably, as if they had never appeared. This question has been buried in Li Fuchen's heart, occasionally thinking about it. Li Fuchen did not show up with great fanfare, but rented a courtyard to live. Naturally, Qin Ming and Su Chang lived with him. During the day, the 3 did not go out, and at night, the 3 just rode giant scythe vicious bird, patrolling around Cloud and Mist City, and occasionally patrolling other nearby cities. According to the intelligence, Demon Dao forces are very cunning, often deliberately set up a formation, so that Azure Billow sect people and horses are tired. After a week, Li Fuchen did not find anything unusual. It seems that this area is very safe. Can't be negligent, Li Fuchen secretly thought. On this night, Li Fuchen continued to patrol. On the back of giant scythe vicious bird, Qin Ming took out 3 pots of wine from the storage pouch and was about to hand them to Li Fuchen and Su Chang. There is movement. Li Fuchen did not go to the wine and ordered giant scythe vicious bird to fly down from a high altitude. In the western suburbs of Cloud and Mist City, a group of black-clothed people are busy with something. Demon Dao martial artist? Qin Ming and Su Chang eyes brightened. They have been out for a few days. They have not killed a demon Dao martial artist. They have been itching for a long time. First observe. Giant scythe vicious bird keeps at a height of 1 kilometer, and Li Fuchen opens his mouth. Although the night is thick, Qin Ming and Su Chang are Heavenly Dipper realm middle-rank martial artist. How powerful is the eyesight? Seeing things in the dark is just the most basic ability for them, and Li Fuchen is better than the two. The super-consciousness makes his 5 senses amazing. Below, the black-clothed people have hundreds of eyes. Hundreds of black-clothed people, from time to time take out some materials buried in the ground. Gradually, an array prototype began to show. Li Fuchen's eyes narrowed. These materials, all exuding an evil and ominous aura, are obviously the materials of the evil array. What Li Fuchen doesn't know is that at the same time, in Peaceful Village City, 1,000 miles away from Cloud and Mist City, there is also a group of black-clothed people in the array, and it has been stared at by the spies sent out by Mao Qiuhai. Whether it is true or not, send a message to Elder Mao first. The leader of the scouts hidden in the dark crushed the communication token. The communication token is a mother and child token. There is only one mother token. In Mao Qiuhai, there are many child tokens. Crush the child token, and the mother token will respond. Golden Cloud City Lord Mansion, Mao Qiuhai takes out the mother token. The mother token is engraved with directions, namely east, west, south, north, southeast, northeast, southwest, and northwest 8 directions. Now in the northwest direction, a red dot lit up, the red dot flashed several times and it dimmed. Northwest direction is Peaceful Village City. Mao Qiuhai eyes flashed. Peaceful Village City has a population of more than 300,000. And he will never allow any deaths and injuries in his jurisdiction. Just as Mao Qiuhai was ready to lead the men and horses, the mother token vibrated again, and a red dot appeared in the southeast direction. Southeast direction, Cloud and Mist City. Mao Qiuhai brows wrinkled. At the same time, there are 2 cities, and it is obvious that this is the strategy of Demon Dao. Soon, Mao Qiuhai had a plan. Cloud and Mist City has a population of only more than 200,000, which is not as important as Peaceful Village City. He decided to divide the troops into 2 roads. He took people to Peaceful Village City and let another Heavenly Dipper realm high-rank cultivation base inner sect elder take people to Cloud and Mist City. Although the troops are scattered, it is better than nothing. Of course, just in case, Mao Qiuhai takes out a special token and crushes it. Supreme Elder, who is in charge of the 3rd district, feels the vibration from the token in the storage pouch, and he takes out the token. Is it the 7th district? Elder Liang grew up, the figure flashed and left. The speed was fast, faster than giant scythe vicious bird, and it was not an exaggeration to describe it as lightning. In the western suburbs of Cloud and Mist City, Li Fuchen can be sure that the evil array below is not a deceptive array, but a real evil array, because his consciousness has already sensed the fluctuations of the array, with amazing evil in the obscurity, which makes him somewhat palpitate. So Li Fuchen did not hesitate and crushed the child token. Just half an hour after Li Fuchen crushed the child token, the array was completed, and the array aura was completely hidden, but there was an amazing consciousness, and Li Fuchen could still sense the existence of the array. There's a large number of people coming. Qin Ming's voice was slightly nervous. Fly a little higher. Li Fuchen ordered giant scythe vicious bird to fly high. He is not stupid enough to prepare for the strength of 3 people against a wave of demon Dao forces. Welcome to Immortal Cultivation Audiobooks, your gateway to the mystical world of Xianxia. Dive into legendary tales of martial arts, spiritual growth, and immortal ascension. Here, we bring you full-length English audiobooks of the best Wuxia and Xianxia stories, from young prodigies to ancient sect wars. Perfect for fans of Against the Gods, Martial World, and tales of demons and gods.